Genetically modified foods create molecules that the body doesn't know. Genetically modified foods have the ability to tamper with your DNA. Genetically modified foods cause cancer. What's cancer? Cancer is a mutation of the cells. What causes the mutation of the cell? The mutation in the DNA. What causes the mutation in the DNA? Genetically modified food can do that, and so can these other things.
The primary fish that people like to eat is salmon. What people didn't just recently found out about salmon a couple of years ago is they make a genetically modified version of it. Did you know that?
Many people have complained on the internet about how the fruits they buy look and feel fake.
I was just about to make me a healthy snack, and I cut into a strawberry, and guess what happened? Y'all, these strawberries are fake. Look at this. They're not even red inside, y'all. These are GMO strawberries, y'all. Why are they not red on the inside? Somebody tell me, please. Look at this. They're white. They're not fully grown. Or
I cut watermelon for my kids, and they're all bringing it right back, saying they don't like the texture. And I can't believe I got one. I got a rubbery watermelon.
Look at this. Look. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Don't eat no.
Like, it's not even breaking, like, at all. Like, it, and I know you guys can't feel the texture, Bobby, right? Because of the video. But, like, it literally feels fake.
Clinking, and it sounds like something's stuck. So I go in the drain, and there's a blueberry that's not breaking apart. It's not doing anything. It's what's making the noise. And I pick it up, and why is there a rubber blueberry in my toddler's snack? This came from the carton of blueberries. My husband cut it in half. I really don't know if you can see it that well. Glistening, it's silicone. It's a silicone blueberry. It is a solid rubber blueberry. She is under 2. I got this at Whole Foods also. Organic. I was trying to, like, you know.
Ever wonder why your grandparents seemed healthier despite their simpler diets? Or why chronic diseases are skyrocketing despite our advanced nutrition and medicine? Buckle up, folks! We are about to dive into the murky world of modern food production, where profit often is placed over health. Imagine walking through the grocery store, your cart filled with what you believe are wholesome, nutritious foods that promise health and wellness. But what if these seemingly good choices hide a secret? What if genetic modification and overprocessing have changed these natural foods into something far from their original form?
They're called GMOs are done by changing the genes of the plant, and it's done in a way where there's a very thorough safety procedure, and it's pretty incredible because it reduces the amount of pesticide you need, raises productivity, can help with malnutrition by getting vitamin fortification.
You look on the label and look at what's in the food, you don't understand all of that chemistry. When you read it, you know it's chemistry.
Absolutely.
But you don't know what it is.
Yes, sir.
And most of that is to make the food stay looking a certain kind of way, color and texture.
Facts.
Because otherwise it will break down. Just think if I put a tomato right here on the desk.
Yes, sir.
And we waited a week.
Oh,
you would see mold on the tomato.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And on the desk.
Right. But all of a sudden, this thing that comes out of a box, bag, can, jar, it could just sit there for 2 years. That's not magic. That's chemistry. And that's the chemistry that is slowly but surely taking away minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years of our life. And that's also what's making us so overweight as well.
That's right. The food you think is nourishing you might be slowly poisoning you. And it is not just about junk food anymore. Even so-called healthy options are often wolves in sheep's clothing. The average supermarket carries about 40,000 products. But here is the kicker. Most of these products are owned by just a handful of multinational corporations. Remember when food came from farms, not factories? Pepperidge Farm remembers. But jokes aside, the state of our food system is no laughing matter. Let's talk about GMOs. Genetically modified organisms sound like something out of a sci-fi novel, but they are probably in your pantry right now. Despite being banned in over 60 countries, the US continues to embrace these lab-created crops.
Did you know that Vladimir Putin, the Russian's president, he's passed a law that any Russian who grows or sells genetically modified foods is to be considered a terrorist? Whew. He's even giving land away to Russians who will grow food organically, non-GMO. You put his name and GMO in Google that and you'll read the spiel. He says, we Russians look across at the West, over-vaccinated, over-medicated, overfed, sitting in front of boxes every night in their lounge rooms, eating food that has no nutrients, he said, and we know it's weakening the West. Is he right? Absolutely right. Yeah.
A study published in the Journal of Environmental Sciences Europe found that glyphosate use on GMO crops increased from 0.36 million kilograms in 1974 to 12.5 million kilograms in 2014. That is a 3,372% increase. And guess where a lot of that glyphosate ends up? In our foods. But it does not stop there. From artificial colors linked to hyperactivity in children to preservatives that might preserve you right into an early grave, our food is a chemical cocktail that would make any scientist blush. Take artificial food dyes, for instance. A 2021 California Environmental Protection Agency report found that synthetic food dyes can cause or exacerbate behavioral problems in some children. Yet these dyes are still widely used in the US, while countries like the UK have banned or require warning labels for many of these additives. Speaking of addiction, let's talk about the white stuff. No, not that white stuff. I am talking about sugar. It is in everything from your breakfast cereal to your healthy yogurt, and it is not there by accident. The food industry has known for decades that sugar is addictive. They have engineered their products to hit that perfect bliss point that keeps you coming back for more. It is not just a lack of willpower making you reach for that second or third cookie. It is science, and it is working against you. Even more, excess sugar causes many diseases, including cancer. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that sugar can be as addictive as cocaine, activating the same reward pathways in the brain. The average American consumes about 152 pounds of sugar a year. That is equivalent to 6 cups of sugar every week. Now you might be thinking, I always read labels. I am safe. Think again. The food industry has mastered the art of deception. Natural flavors could be anything from beaver anal glands to petroleum derivatives. Multigrain might as well be white bread with some seeds sprinkled on top. And do not even get me started on low-fat products. When they take out the fat, guess what they add to make it taste good? That is right, our old friend sugar. It is a classic bait and switch that is contributing to our obesity epidemic. A study in the journal Appetite found that products labeled as low-fat often contain similar calorie counts to their full-fat counterparts, largely due to added sugars. Yet, consumers perceive these products as healthier and tend to eat larger portions. Now, here is a scary thought. You could eat a full day's worth of calories and still be malnourished. How? Because our soil is depleted, our fruits and vegetables are bred for shelf life rather than nutrition, and processing strips away what little nutrients remain.
A tomato will give you 9 times the iron of a conventionally grown tomato. So you get much more value for your money, even though organic is more expensive. Genetically modified food happens when the DNA of 2 different species are spliced together to create, for instance, DNA of the tomato with the DNA of an Atlantic salmon, hoping to create a tomato that grows in the snow, but actually it doesn't grow in the snow. And it has 5 centers instead of 1, and there's all these strange things happening. And when the person eats that tomato, it breaks down to molecules that your body cannot recognize and has the ability to damage your DNA.
A landmark study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition compared USDA nutritional data from 1950 and 1999 for 43 different vegetables and fruits. The study found significant declines in the amount of protein, calcium, phosphorus, iron, riboflavin, vitamin B2, and vitamin C over the past half-century. It is no wonder we are always hungry. Our bodies are starving for real nutrition, even as we overeat. Let's talk about your gut, the front line of your health, which is also under attack. From artificial sweeteners that disrupt your gut bacteria to emulsifiers that eat away at your intestinal lining, many common food additives are waging war on your microbiome. The result? A rise in everything from allergies to autoimmune diseases.
The things that sugar does to the body that most people aren't aware of is that it inflames the body. See this reoccurring thing. It not only inflames the body, but it ruins the microbiome or the good bacteria inside of the gut, okay? That is also protecting you because around 80% of your immune system is actually manufactured by the good bacteria in your gut. So if you're consuming something that is actually killing it, guess what? Your immune system is going to be weakened, which means that you're going to be more prone to infection.
A study published in Nature in 2018 found that common food additives, including emulsifiers like carboxymethylcellulose and polysorbate 80, can alter gut bacteria in ways that promote inflammation and colon cancer in mice. Inflammation. It is not just about a swollen ankle anymore. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is linked to everything from heart disease to cancer. And guess what is fueling it? You got it. Our modern diet. Processed foods, vegetable oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, and yes, our old friend sugar are all pro-inflammatory. It is like we are walking around with a slow-burning fire inside us, and we are throwing gasoline on it 3 times a day. And it is not just our bodies paying the price. Our current food system is wreaking havoc on the environment. Monoculture crops, factory farming, and long-distance food transportation are contributing to climate change, water pollution, and soil degradation.
Fortunately, Monsanto is so powerful and so wealthy and so big, they win every court case where Australians want GMO to be labelled on the products. Happens in America too, it's unfortunate. So how do you know? Well, you don't, unless you buy organic.
So, what can we do? How do we protect ourselves and our children from this nutritional nightmare? The answer might be simpler than you think. Eat real food. If your great-grandmother would not recognize it as food, it probably is not. Stick to whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible. Cook at home. When you prepare your own meals, you control the ingredients. No hidden sugars, no mystery additives. Support local farmers. Farmers markets and community-supported agriculture are great ways to get fresh, nutrient-dense produce. Grow your own. Even if it is just a windowsill herb garden, growing some of your own food connects you to your nutrition. Read labels critically. Learn to decipher food labels. If you cannot pronounce an ingredient, think twice about eating it. Choose organic when possible. While not perfect, organic foods are generally free from harmful pesticides and GMOs. Prioritize nutrient density. Focus on foods that give you the most nutritional bang for your buck. Think leafy greens, berries, and pastured eggs. Heal your gut. Incorporate fermented foods and bone broth into your diet to support gut health. Reduce sugar intake. This one's tough but crucial. Start by cutting out sugary drinks and desserts. Educate yourself and others. Knowledge is power. The more we understand about our food system, the better choices we can make. Look, I get it. This sounds tough, pricey, and time-consuming. But you know what is tougher? Chronic illness, hospital bills, watching our kids suffer. It is not about perfection, it is about progress. Small changes, big results. Start with one choice at a time. No sugarcoating here. Changing your food habits is hard. Your taste buds, family, and even your doctor might resist. But the rewards? Immeasurable. Energy, sleep, clear skin, sharp mind, a body that can keep up with life. For your kids, you are giving them health, vitality, and respect for their bodies and the planet. Here is your challenge. For 1 week, really notice your food, where it is from, how it makes you feel. Ask yourself, is this food serving me, or am I serving big food? Every bite is a vote. What future are you voting for? The choice is yours. What is your next bite? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends and family so they can also benefit from it.